KRML. Good afternoon, Jeff White with you. Thanks for hanging out here with me. Filling in for Jasmine Jones today as she is out, but before she left, she was able to chat with some of the good folks at Meals on Wheels as we have a new feature that we just recently started that is so aptly named Meals and Feels. So without any further ado, here is Meals and Feels, brought to you by Meals on Wheels of Monterey County.
It's time for our newest feature, Meals and Feels, nutritious notes of community and compassion from Meals on Wheels of the Monterey Peninsula. And this week, we are so fortunate to be chatting with Carrie Martorella, the home-delivered meals manager at Meals on Wheels. Carrie, how are you this afternoon?
I'm doing great, Jasmine. How are you?
Doing great. Thank you so much for taking time. I know there's a lot going on over there this week. I myself am taking part in the Classic this weekend, designing a table, and that beyond everything else that's always happening at that fast-paced, fantastic facility of yours.
Oh, great. We're looking forward to it.
Yeah. So what's going on in your world? What are you thinking about these days, Carrie?
You know, Meals on Wheels, we're growing rapidly, and I think it's because we're aging in place, and we're aging and we're living longer. And I see this trend happening quite often that we have, clients in Carmel, Monterey, in Marina, and they're living in their 90s and some over 100 years old.
It is pretty impressive, these days.
Yeah, currently our oldest client is 103.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yes. We are lucky also to have some drivers who are actually in their early 90s as well.
Wow, that's impressive. That's really impressive.
So. It really is.
And so to live that long, they must have a lot of stories to tell, but also they probably need a lot of support, aging in their homes, aging in place like you're talking about. So what kind of services?
We're very lucky on the Monterey Peninsula to have so many resources like Meals on Wheels that our folks do age in place, and they're living great, and they're sharing their lives with us. We have a gal in Marina named Juanita, and she's going to be 96 this Thursday. And
Amazing.
She recently was part of the Carmel Library Society, and they interviewed her to talk about all of her history here on the Monterey Peninsula.
I mean, I'm sure she's seen a lot.
So that was really exciting for her and her family.
Absolutely. Yes. I mean, to live that long, and also, was she from this area originally?
She was here as a schoolgirl, and she worked at Cannery Row, so she knows all of, the Doc Ricketts, and all of those characters that were here on the Monterey Peninsula that made us famous.
That is amazing.
She loves sharing stories with her drivers.
To have someone that was actually lived through that era that we go, and of course our the museum, the aquarium, they all do a good job representing that history, but to have it in the flesh from someone who lived it and to hear their stories in real life, that's remarkable.
And she's a positive light to our drivers. She gives them advice. She says they're part of her family. So it's not only she's sharing her life, but she's inspiring our drivers and just becoming a family. And we love that about our program.
That's so wonderful. I mean, it's just like a circular support network that you guys provide and receive so much back in return. And we really appreciate that.
Thank you. We it's our pleasure to serve every day.
Absolutely. Well, Carrie, thank you so very much. And we'll be talking more every week, hopefully more with Carrie, and hear some more stories and some more people from the community that have been directly impacted by Meals on Wheels. But yep, looking forward to the Classic this week, their largest fundraiser of the year. So hopefully I'll see some of you all out there. Carrie, thank you so very much.
Thank you, Jasmine, and thank you for supporting Meals on Wheels.
Absolutely.